Hey, good evening, everyone. Saturday night. It's cold in Chicago. And I thought, since I don't want to even step outside, that's how cold it is, I wanted to record a video on starting an online business. And if people, if you're out there and it's January 7th or 6th, 7th, whatever day it is, and you haven't started, there's a couple questions you have to ask yourself. First reason is, well, why? There's several reasons why you either start a business or don't start a business. And sometimes people start an online business out of desperation. They might have lost their job, low on income, big time medical bills, things falling apart around them. All these are reasons why to start. Let me tell you a little bit about my story. I've had a retail sales management career for 25 years, and I was laid off back in 1999 for a short period of time. And I was really struggling with the fact, should I start an online business? Because I'd always been interested in entrepreneurship and making money and not relying on, the 9-to-5 job. And so I got started with a simple program. And in the meantime, I started slowly learning the business, how to market, how to build a website, how to create a link, some of the most basic things that you have to know to run a successful business online. In the meantime, I got a new job, but I wasn't deterred to stop. I didn't say, hey, I got a new job, I can drop this. I continued. Day in and day out, just did little stuff. And I had a job, I was in the rent-to-own industry for several years. And those jobs are some of the most difficult in retail. Got to get up early, you get home late, and I never stopped believing that I could turn in my little part-time home business into full-time income. Never stopped believing it. Negative factors all around me. Negative. They're everywhere. And they're everywhere in your life too. You just have to look far enough. Could be exes. Could be people around you, families like, get a normal job. What are you thinking you're doing? You're not blah, 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 Mark Cuban, etc. But each day I learned something new. And it could have been just sometimes only 15, 20 minutes because I was so exhausted. And I taught myself how to build a website. Nowadays, there's all kinds of tools. You can hit this button, hit that button, and you got a website. Well, when I started in 1998, 99, I had to learn code. Nowadays with WordPress and all those types of things, you can build a site pretty easily. In fact, less restrictions in some areas. I had to learn how to upload a banner on a website and started my website from scratch. And my first website was 24hourwealth.com. And again, it's a free plug for whoever owns it. But I flipped it in 2008 and sold the website. And I was on page 1 for major keywords: work from home, work at home, home business ideas, all the biggies. But then Google came along and Panda and all those algorithm changes. So you had to adjust on the fly on being successful and making money. You couldn't just rank a website. Now there's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all those things, social media platforms that you can use as a website if you had no money to start from scratch, or you couldn't pay for any hosting, all kinds of things. So I learned early on that you had to have a little bit of work ethic. It's not so much luck, it's work. If you are not going to work at it, even if it's 15 minutes a day, then don't start. Give you an example. I was a travel baseball coach. And each time I'd have practice, I would go up to, at the end of practice, I would tell the kids that your goal for the next practice is to get that much better. That's it. That much better. And most kids took it to heart. Just practice hard the next day and you'll get that much better. Well, that's the same thing as an online business. If you don't know how to do this or you don't know how to do this, there's all kinds of ways to do it. My own membership site, info.com, goes step by step on how to start and manage and maintain and prosper at an online business. Many, many tools available to you. When I started, I put zero money into it. Nowadays, a little more difficult to do that. I mean, you can certainly start with Facebook and, post things and Twitter and all that because they're all free to get an account. But now it takes a little bit of money, just a teeny bit, to get that advertising going, to do a little of that marketing beyond what you're allowed to do under the platforms for free. But you have to have a mindset that you can achieve whatever you set your goals are. I have goals every single day. Sometimes it's just to get through the day. Sometimes it's goals for personal, professional, goals for my kids. But goals are obviously vitally essential to any part or any aspect of your life. A couple things that can stop you, besides no money, is the attitude up here. Or the lack of faith that you can be successful. And part of that all revolves around all the negative people that are around you. They're everywhere. Literally, I run into them every day. Every day. Somebody who, you can't do that, you really doing that? Perplexed. You can achieve whatever you set your mind to. You don't need any money to get started to make money on online business. You need to have the right attitude. You need to have the work ethic. And you need to have a plan. With those, any single person can be successful with an online business. Any person. Now, I'm involved in several, but focus is really, really key. Now, there's a specific program that I've been pushing this year called Online Conversion Pros, and there's a link below this video. Very easy to get started. First, it's a great affiliate program where you can refer. If you refer 3 people, then your membership is free. $1 7-day trial. There's all kinds of tools that do part of what Online Conversion Pros does, but Online Conversion Pros almost can do it all. It's kind of a one-and-all tool. You can create squeeze pages, which helps build your list. You can change those. You can do tracking. You can actually even get leads. If you're using solo ads now, and I was in the solo ad business for a very, very long time, as a seller as well as a buyer, and a lot of success, some failures, you don't necessarily need solo ads as much anymore. Solo ads has been very, very popular, but slowly it's starting to shift a little bit. And this particular business is one of those things that if it's one of the most essential tools, and I've been in business for 16 years. But I digress. If you don't have the traits that I talked about, the right mental attitude, you don't need any money to get started. If you want to start right at the bottom, it's helpful, even if it's 20, 25 bucks or 50 bucks, you have to set your priorities straight. It's like starting a 401k program. Okay, there's people who diligently have money taken out of their check at the 401k program, and then there's those people that say, "Oh, I got to fill that 401k out so I can save for my future. Oh, I'll do it next week. Oh man, I didn't do it this week. Okay, I'll do it next week. Oh, I'm on vacation the following week. I can't do it that week." Always an excuse. There's always excuse makers out there. I made lots of excuses. But I started from scratch, and I didn't know anything about doing anything online. Anything. But I did it. because I had the mental fortitude, and I was going to, part of what motivated me was proving doubters around me. It was just fun saying, look at that check. Besides the fact that it changes your life, it also inspires others around you. You want to help people. And I'm in a position now that I want to help more people. And that's kind of why I continue to do this. So I just wanted to kind of wrap this video up, and I know I was kind of touching on many, many different things. If you're one of those people that gives up and doesn't see a light at the end of the tunnel, I got to share something with you. For 1 second. Some of these gurus have the whiteboards and they put all those messages on there, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make it something simple that the poor man can understand. Get started. And of course that's backwards, but I didn't write it backwards. You got to get started. Please reach out to me and I'll help you.